Welcome back to Project 82, the SCP Remote Access Database. Which case file do you require?
Item number SCP-458. Object Class Safe. SCP-458 is considered safe and therefore is to be stored in the staff canteen at Site-17 with no access restrictions. Site-17 always gets the good stuff. It's fine. SCP-458 is a large-sized pizza box from the pizza chain Little Caesars of their hot and ready variety. It is made of simple cardboard, measures 25.4 cm by 25.4 cm by 2.54 cm, or 10 inch by 10 inch by 1 inch, and weighs about 20 to 20.49 grams depending on toppings. As a result of the unusual nature of SCP-458, measurement of weight is inconsistent. What makes SCP-458 an oddity is that, while appearing to be an ordinary pizza box, when it comes into contact with human hands, it instantaneously replicates within it the holder's subconsciously preferred choice of pizza, down to their favorite sauce, cheese, crust, and topping. It is not limited to the Little Caesars brand, as pizza from all major pizza chains, as well as local and even handmade pizzas, have been produced. There seems to be no limit to its ability, except that it cannot make anything but pizza, and its toppings must be edible by normal human standards. See Addendum 1A. The box is also rather indestructible, as all tests to destroy or dismantle the box have proven fruitless. It is assumed the box is semi-sentient, having at least enough telepathic or empathetic ability to sense what the holder's personal choices regarding pizza are. After constant testing showed SCP-458's seemingly infinite power to generate pizza, but with little other use, it has henceforth been placed inside the canteen at Site-17 for free use by personnel, because they need more goodies. After its open usage has been allowed, personnel morale has shown to have sharply increased, because it was lacking before. It's fine. Addendum 1A. Upon testing SCP-458 with SCP, the subject took a bite of the slice, which appeared to be a garlic-free slice of sausage and olive pizza on wheat crust. This was met with the response, "It's a fine slice, but I would have preferred a rather different sauce." It was inferred that the box cannot use substances that are indigestible by regular human bodies. Further testing confirmed this. Addendum 1B. Please see Document 458-1A. Document 458-1A. I would just like to remind all staff that just because we have a pizza box that can constantly create pizzas for you does not mean that you can just sit around and eat pizza all afternoon. If continued abuse of the box continues, coupled with reports of personnel gaining unhealthy amounts of weight, I may be forced to implement a mandatory physical training regime following lunch hours. Dr. Del Marino. Document 458-1B. For simple curiosity's sake, and to, perhaps, get a better idea of the mindset of certain SCPs, I have compiled a list of sentient SCPs' reactions when holding the box. SCP-040. Small extra cheese stuffed crust. SCP-056. Medium sliced bell peppers, thin crust, Alfredo sauce. SCP-073. Medium feta and jack cheese, no sauce, thin crust. SCP-076-2. Large meatballs, pepperoni, bacon, Canadian bacon, sausage, hamburger, thick crust. SCP-105. Small olives, wheat crust, thin. SCP-108-1. Large pepperoni, thick crust. SCP-134. Small onions, anchovies, olives, thin crust. SCP-166. Small oregano, olives, no sauce, thin crust. That's twice with no sauce. Who orders pizza with no sauce? SCP-181. Large pepperoni, sausage, marinara stuffed crust. SCP-182. Medium olives, mushrooms, pretzel dough crust. SCP-343. Large, almost every topping imaginable, with over 100 distinct foods identified. SCP-378 and SCP-378-1. SCP-378-1 produced a large thin crust with pesto sauce, ricotta, mushrooms, and fried mealworms. Ugh. SCP-378 itself could not activate SCP-458. SCP-999. Soft dough base smothered in decadent chocolate spread or ganache, layered with an array of assorted chocolates, chocolate chips, Hershey's Kisses, and Reese's Pieces. Scattered colorful candies like M&Ms and gummy bears across the top, drizzled with melted chocolate and sprinkles. Huh. SCP-2118. Small, extra cheese, corn, pepperoni, seasoned with a variety of spices, primarily cinnamon. Oh, I miss corn on my pizza. SCP-2406. Large, pepper jack cheese and sausage. Projected pizza was described as having a metallic taste to it. SCP-3300-1. Large, extra cheese and pepperoni, wet when removed from box. SCP-3477. Medium anchovies. All instances produced identical pizzas with identically arranged toppings. Dr. Michael's. Large, Hawaiian, tomato sauce, honey baked ham, pineapple, extra mozzarella cheese, with Tabasco. SCP-4504. Medium, egg, bacon, barbecue sauce base, thick crust. SCP-4999. Extra large, half supreme, half pepperoni. POI 3445 SCP-5175-1. Wielding SCP-5175, POI 3445 produced a large pizza with mozzarella cheese stuffed crust, or barbecue sauce base, bacon bits, bacon strips, ground beef, ham, pepperoni, sausage, and a dusting of crushed chili cheese Fritos. SCP-5175-1 contributed teriyaki sauce. Further testing on SCPs may reveal some odd characteristics about the SCPs themselves and is suggested. Dr. Crane. Update. Further cross-testing is permitted, but requires approval and supervision due to safety concerns. Dr.
Case file ends. Which case file do you require?
Item number SCP-464, Object Class Euclid. Site-53 consists of a warehouse that has been built around SCP-464. The intervening space between the walls of the warehouse and SCP-464 is equipped with motion sensors and stationary cameras. Site-53 is staffed by a rotating complement of 7 guards. Unclothed beings sighted inside the warehouse are to be shot on site, and unauthorized clothed people to be detained for questioning and physical examination. Discovered in 19, SCP-464 is a large building located in the middle of a farm near. The building consists of 10 rooms, one of which takes up 70% of the building. The remaining 9 rooms vary in size and function and take up 2 stories at the rear of the building. The largest room, designated the floor, contains 14 identical large machines, all of which are connected to a 15th machine, as well as the control room. Several of the machines are damaged by neglect and abuse. A full listing of functionality follows. Number 1, non-functioning. Number 2, non-functioning. Number 3, undetermined. Number 4, undetermined. Number 5, malfunctioning. All products are mindlessly homicidal. 6, functioning. 7, non-functioning. 8, functioning. 9, functioning. 10, malfunctioning. Will produce only a biological soup containing several complete organs. 11, non-functioning. 12, functioning. 13, malfunctioning. All products are comatose and non-responsive. 14, malfunctioning. 15, functioning. Machine number 15 seems to be a raw material converter and a fuel dispenser. It can accept and convert any animal or human bodies or body parts, living or dead. It must be at least 15% full for any of the other machines to function. All products of SCP-464 are to be recycled. The next largest room is on the ground floor and was labeled Refining. When found, it was locked and barred from the outside. Upon exploration, it was discovered to have a very large pile of dismantled and destroyed parts of machinery, various broken surgical equipment, as well as the remains of various decapitated animal and human bodies. The animals were not identifiable as belonging to any known species. On top of the pile was sitting. This has since been classified as SCP-464-1. SCP-464-1 was deemed unsafe to keep and was thus destroyed, resulting in an acceptable level of casualties. The animal parts, SCP-464-1, as well as all destroyed machinery are currently under study. The other room on the ground floor contains a standardized military uniform for adult men, as well as various civilian outfits for men, women, and children. These notably included identification for the local, as well as stocks of rifles and. The second floor contains a closet, a small room containing 2 small cots, a latrine, a large gasoline power generator, and the observation room. The observation room overlooks the floor and has a wide variety of control panels. 14 panels each control the machines on the floor. They were discovered labeled in French as follows. A label indicating panel number 1 through 15. 1 switch labeled on-off. 1 dial labeled male, female. 1 dial with settings Caucasian, Asian, Indian, and African. 1 dial starting at 0 and ending at 75. 1 dial starting at 50 and ending at 125. Panels labeled number 3 and number 4 do not power up. The dials on panels number 5 and number 8 are missing, and it has been discovered they are set to female Asian 10 and male Caucasian 25, respectively. Experimentation with the panels and machines has led to the discovery that the machines would create human beings as per the settings. The settings, male Asian 076, resulted in newborn Asian males, normal except for a tattoo near the base of the spine showing. The significance of the last dial, 50 to 125, was not initially known. Later tests, on settings male Caucasian 50-50 and 50-51, seem to show that the date signifies the age at which the produced humans will die of organ failure. Autopsy has shown that the beings resemble typical humans in all aspects, excepting the presence of suspected due to the unique situation between the memory section on the brain and frontal lobes. Also noted in the autopsies is that each combination of the sex and race dials only has 1 DNA sequence, with only the age varying between like outputs. Production takes 20 minutes, and once the being is created, it lies in a coma or trance-like state for another 15 minutes. If this period lapses without interference, the being shall awaken and obey the orders given to it by the first human it encounters. During the trance period, the being may be told any factual information, including name and personal history, and afterwards the being shall act as if though the information pertains to itself. All beings seem to be created knowing French, Spanish, and Chinese, as well as knowledge pertaining to combat, weaponry, and vehicle operation. Dissection of the machines that manufactured humans are not created in a manner similar to cloning or, for that matter, birth. Rather, the machines seem to create each body part individually in an inactive state. They are then assembled and activated through unknown means. Though these machines may be repaired with standardized parts, total replication of a functioning machine has as yet failed. It has been theorized that full production SCP-464 could produce up to 700 adult individuals a day, assuming of organic material was available. Document 464-1. War simulations that included 3 instances of SCP-464 all resulted in. This of course assumes an adequate supply of raw material, which could be acquired from the deceased, livestock, and civilian populations. Addendum: Agents and have been put on assignment to search for more instances of SCP-464. The danger of a fully functioning instance falling into the hands of some other agency or country is too great to ignore. 05.
Thank you for your participation in Project 82, transmitting psychoanalytic data to Dr.